Hello you guys, welcome back. I do apologize if the lighting gets a little funky. It is the evening time and so the light might shift around a little bit, but what's up? How have you guys been? My name's Liz. If you have never been here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. So today I wanted to talk about some must-have products you should be getting off of Amazon if you're starting a YouTube, if you want to film some bomb content for Instagram or whatever social media channel you are trying to grow. This equipment will really help you out, and especially now that it's getting darker earlier, we need some good lighting, we need some good camera, and there are a few tools that I have gotten from Amazon that have just made filming, taking pictures, everything like that so much easier. So everything will be linked in the description box that I mentioned here today. I don't have the prices on me at the moment, but everything will be linked in the description box if you want to check it out. Plus I do have a 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime. So let's go, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's talk about how I am filming my videos. It really depends on the day, you guys. Sometimes I just grab for my iPhone and sometimes I will charge up my camera and film with that. It kind of depends on what I'm feeling. One thing I do like about filming with my iPhone is it has a bigger screen so I can see myself much better. But if I'm just using the viewfinder on my camera, can't really see it that well. So I just kind of got to take a leap of faith when I'm filming with my camera that everything's in autofocus. But you guys, I just have the G7X, the first version. I was not trying to ball out on a new camera, and I was looking at the differences between the G7X Mark 1, Mark 2 versus Mark 3. And the Mark 1 and Mark 2 were very considerably like the same quality. The Mark 2 has a few features such as like making your skin look a little bit more clear and smoothed out. I wasn't totally worried about that because I know if we can incorporate some good lighting, your skin's gonna look amazing. But that is just a different feature. When I bought the camera, it was only $300, and compared to some of the other Canon cameras where they're going for like $500 to $700, I thought that was a pretty good deal. It has the flip-up viewfinder so you can see where you are recording and looking and everything like that. You can make sure that you're in frame, but it also has a really good camera in general. I love the quality, I love the audio, so I highly recommend just starting out with like the G7X, and if you want to upgrade over time, maybe upgrade to a newer one, it's totally up to you. But if I'm being 110% honest, I love recording on my iPhone still. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I think it is that the viewfinder is much bigger so you can see yourself a lot better. But one thing I will say about recording with the iPhone is the mic quality is not as good as a camera. So you're gonna have to boost that audio all the way up when you're editing just so that you can hear it. I have the iPhone 8. I haven't upgraded yet because I don't want to lose out on the button. And when I tried upgrading to the iPhone 10, it was weird. Instagram, Snapchat, it looked like Android quality, and so I returned it. I think they fixed that issue since, and I might upgrade to the 11. But you guys, I don't notice huge differences between the iPhone and the Canon. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I think the quality is great on the iPhone. I think the audio is much better on a camera. So the great thing about having multiple cameras is I can shoot a video on my Canon, but then I can also record other content on my phone, like content standing up vertical like this so that I can film it for like TikTok or Instagram stories. It's a way that you guys can kind of multitask without having to turn off different cameras and move into different apps and stuff like that. So I think having multiple cameras makes everything a lot more efficient and move a little bit quicker, especially if you're trying to cross promote on different social medias. But I would say if you are just getting into YouTube, just start out on your iPhone. I don't notice that big of a quality difference as long as you have good lighting. And that's what we're gonna get into next, is lighting is key. You guys, you cannot skimp on lighting. Now that it's fall, you guys, it's going to be crucial for you to step up your artificial lighting. So by getting some ring lights, some different types of lighting in your house so that you can film later in the evening is going to be crucial. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have the luxury of filming during during the day. I have to work all day. So typically when I am filming, it's after like 3, 4, or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And in the winter, it's pitch black by 4. It's so depressing, but you know, we just gotta work with it. There's nothing we can do. So I have a few different ring lights and different types of lighting that I want to share. Okay, you guys, here is my big one. So this guy can get so tall. It can get about 6 feet tall. This thing is huge. It's 19 inches in diameter and it's so bright. I don't even have it on the brightest setting. It has a dial back here that you can turn up the brightness, and then you can also have it on a battery operated source. So if you don't have somewhere you can plug it in, no worries, you can just use it with a battery. Obviously I just have it plugged in right now, and then it also has a USB cord so you can charge your device while you are also filming, which is super cool. So with this ring light, you can also pop these suckers off, and then it's going to give you more of a yellow lighting. I like more of the natural white light because I think it looks better on the skin, but you can definitely use different types depending on, you know, where you're filming, what time of day. It's nice to have both yellow lighting and white lights. I also love that this has a super long cord, so you guys can literally plug this across the room and not have to worry about a very short cord. That's something that bothers me. Like with my other ring light, I do have to sometimes plug it into my computer, which is fully charged, just so that I can bring it around with me. But this has such a long cord, you won't have any issue, right? So another thing I wanted to mention is that this ring light is compatible with an iPhone, an iPad, and a camera. And you can actually slide this thing into, you know, the middle part. You can slide it over to the side. At first I didn't think that I would like that you could slip this out, but you guys, I actually really love that feature because it makes it really easy to screw onto a camera, to screw onto the other devices, and it does have an adjustable ball, so you can move the angle of your image up higher or lower, depending on what you like. This ring light runs about $90. It is more of an investment than the other one that I'm going to be talking about, but like I said, it's so much bigger, brighter, it's more maneuverable with a long cord and really high heights and low lows. I think that this is going to be a lot easier for you to film high quality videos with in the winter especially, or at night, kind of depending on when you like to film. So I really have been enjoying this. I have been getting so much use out of it. And another thing I love about this is if you do some traveling and you need to bring a ring light along, it also comes with this bag. All you have to do is take the ring off, throw it in the bag, throw the tripod in the bag, and you are good to go. This bag is nice and handy. It comes with a strap and a little handle like this. So this is going to be user friendly for you to travel with and, you know, just definitely maximize your space. Okay, you guys, so the next ring light I want to show you guys is this little guy. This is a 9-inch ring light and tripod. So this guy does not get super tall. I would say it gets about 5 foot in total, but I really like that this is the perfect ring light for shooting like social media posts. So like Instagram, Snapchat, anything where you have to do it off of your phone. This is going to be great because it has this little stand for your phone. You can flip it horizontal or vertical. It does have this ring light, which is operated with just this little button. All you have to do is click on, and then you can switch it between like a cool setting, a daylight setting, and a warm setting. So, you know, if the lighting is looking off, you just switch it to another one, and that typically fixes the issue. You can also lower the intensity of the lighting as well. This doesn't get super bright by any means. Like the ring light I'm using right now, the big guy, is very bright. This is probably not gonna do you justice in the winter, I'm not gonna lie. You will definitely need a little bit of natural daylighting if you're using this, but if you can hit that kind of window of time, and maybe right after work and before the sun sets, this will definitely be enough lighting. I don't think it'll be great for filming at night, so just keep that in mind. I do really like this. I think it's super handy because it's so small and it's easy to maneuver and bring around. You can just, you know, carry this around the house, no problem, whereas the big guy, you know, you just kind of got to set it up and make sure that it works before, you know, you're bringing it everywhere all around the house. But the one thing I don't like about this ring light is that you can't attach your camera to it without taking off the ring light. So the ring light is on what you attach your camera to. So if you want to take the ring light off and attach a regular camera, it'll just be a regular old tripod. But if you want the lighting with it, you're gonna have to film with the iPhone, or you're gonna have to prop your camera up on something else. So it's not as user-friendly as just a good old, you know, high-quality ring light, but it will definitely do the job at first. You know, if you're just getting started, you know, maybe pair this with some lighting in your house and just make sure you're facing the right ways, and this will definitely work for a while. So I typically reach for this guy maybe if I'm filming a TikTok, if I'm filming Instagram content, because I can just prop my phone up with it and then film away. But this isn't going to be great for filming with an actual traditional camera and getting good lighting at the same time, like the first tripod I mentioned would. So yeah, I really like this. It's a little bit more affordable, but it's not as functional. So it kind of depends on what you are getting the ring light for in general. Is it for YouTube? If so, I would get a bigger one. If it's for Instagram and iPhone content, this one would work just fine. So the next product I want to talk about is this little Bluetooth remote. So you can just hook this up to your camera or to your iPhone. It's just Bluetooth, and it will help you take your pictures. So especially if you need thumbnails, or if you shoot a lot of Instagram content where you might have to take 100 pictures, this will save you so much time. So before, you guys, I was just like doing the self timer on my phone. It would take the picture, I'd look at it, take another one, you know, it takes a long time. But if you have this little clicker, you can just kind of hide it, pose, click, 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 and, you know, try different angles, whatever you want to do, and it's going to save you so much time instead of running back and forth and trying to pose real quick and then do it again and again. You know, it's just going to save you a lot of time. So I highly recommend investing in a little Bluetooth clicker. This was like under $10 and it saved me so much time. It's so easy. It's, you know, it doesn't give me any hassle pairing or anything like that, and it's just one of those things you should definitely get. So another lighting thing I wanted to mention is backlighting. So these little guys are great for backlighting. You can slide different colors into it to change out the lighting. So if I wanted to put some lights back here, I could. All you would have to do is, you know, plug these suckers in back there, and then you can change the angle of where the light goes. So I'd probably flip it like this so it looks like a bunch of like recessed lighting in the background. These are super duper duper bright. So these are also great if you don't like using a ring light. I've used these so it hits you from different angles and it looks a little bit more natural. So I also really like incorporating these on the side. So I would plug this in behind my ring light but over to the side like this, so you don't get all of this shadow in the back. That really helps with lighting as well. You can put it in behind you, you can put it into the side, so the lighting is hitting from multiple sides, especially in the winter when shadows like this are becoming very noticeable. This will be really helpful for you. So like I mentioned, you can change out the colors if you want to, especially if it's in the back. That looks really cool. I also like to diffuse the lights as well, and this is kind of a good trick. Let me show you guys the difference. So I'm gonna plug this in without the umbrella. So the umbrella, all that this does is it diffuses the light. So I'll show you what I mean. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I have it plugged in. Clearly there's more light over here now, but there's still a shadow that's very noticeable. An umbrella will help diffuse the light. There we go. See, as you guys can tell, it's not such a harsh shadow anymore because the light is a little bit more diffused. It's moving around the room instead of strictly to the one spot where it's pointed to. So that's also a nice thing for in the winter when you do have to film in the dark and there's more shadows and all of that. Getting an umbrella is major key because you will see a lot of shadows if you're filming at night or in the evening. So I found that very helpful in the winter, and while I'm at it, you guys, I'm gonna plug in my other one because it is getting darker. So last but not least is just my handy dandy tripod. You guys, I did not think I would ever really reach for this. I kind of just bought it on a whim because when I would vlog with my iPhone, it gave me a nice wide shot, but then when I got my Canon, it's a much closer shot, so my arm didn't reach out far enough. So when I started using my Canon, I started reaching for this a lot more, and it gives me a wider shot and it sees more of the background, more of me, which I really like. And I just find that this is a lot more user-friendly than a tripod, because tripods are sometimes some work to set up. On a day-to-day basis, when I'm vlogging and stuff like that, or I just need to set something up real quick, I always just grab for this guy. I keep this on my counter 24/7 because I like to vlog throughout the week, and then you just screw on your camera and you're good to go. They also make these for iPhones as well, so if you are just vlogging off of your iPhone, or you know, taking small little clips on your iPhone, you can also get one like that. I have one, but I wouldn't even recommend because it's so flimsy, but this one's a really high quality one. I like that the legs are very flexible and maneuverable, so that you can kind of set up your angles any which way that you want. You just prop this thing on a desk or whatever, and you're good to go. So you guys, these were all the products I use on a regular basis for my social media. I think these have really stepped up my game and my quality. If you guys go back to some of my first YouTube videos, you're like, oh my god, was she filming in the 90s? The quality is so shitty, so I really find that, like, even if you can't afford to buy a camera right now, just get some good lighting and you should be good to go. So everything will be linked in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!